FXBros.
All right. I think we good. All right, guys. I had a little issue earlier, but I think we good. This is February 25th, 2024, and we're about to talk about, kind of go over the year so far, but talk about where we are in the markets right now and see what type of opportunities. Personally, as you can see, I have levels of bullish take profits right now that I'm looking towards, and the only reason is because of this structured double bottom level of support that was taken out here. And once we got back to this level here, we rejected it somewhat, slightly. It's kind of more of a rejection here, but after we broke past through here, we didn't get a continuation on sales, and market started to push higher. And as soon as we broke above this other resistance area, that's when we had the pullback to continue higher, and that's what got me in. So basically, once the market broke above this area, which is also this area, market broke past, was this a Tuesday, the 20th, through the Tuesday, Oh, this is hourly. So Tuesday in the morning, around 5 o'clock, London, about London pre-London times on Tuesday. We're looking at the 4-hour time frame. Once we broke past that and came and retested, just like we did here, if we were bearish, we would have sold off. But what happened up here, once we broke above and came back to this zone, we broke past high and broke another high. So from that play, and I saw that this TP1 was hit from this pullback here. Once we filled in this gap, that's when I took buys initially, targeting these highs. And now this area of resistance is what I'm targeting next, but I like to get my take profits in early. So you see I don't have it at the top. This take profit here is early for this 1-hour gap, and also there's a 4-hour gap that hasn't been filled in yet for the bulls. And we can get there, great. We still got other bullish levels up here we can attack. And also look like we have a level up here. That must be our daily level. See, that's what happens when you don't write shit down. I'm about to take that out though. Unless it's at a daily level, but I don't think so. Let's see, we'll let these. So that's the daily. What was that? I guess that was just a daily range I had up, looked like. Yeah, take that off. I don't feel like I need it. All right. Let's see. I think we got Scully John. What's up, brother?
What's going on, man? How you living?
Living good, living good. Living good.
What's up? What's up?
How about you? I know we talked earlier. You said you got
Yeah, man. No, it's a glorious Sunday, man.
that's good.
Really, really good. Can't complain.
Yeah. So y'all had a Sunday market today, huh?
Yes, yeah.
Nice.
Oh, well.
That's what's up. Yeah, man. It's kind of briefly going over the 4-hour, but I thought now that you on, we can kind of look at the market from a where are we now in the year and kind of zoom in on where we can expect to be. So if we guess we could take a quick glance at the monthly. One thing that sticks out, we are in a kind of peculiar situation. Is one that we coming off in November bullish engulfing, and now we settled in with a January bearish engulfing on the monthly. Looking at the big picture, we are kind of predominantly in a bearish trend on the monthly. If we want to go as far as back as 2014, yeah, 2014. So we're looking at this from a large scale. We are in a bearish trend. The lowest area that was broken kind of created support before it was broken was right around 2015, leading into 2019. And thus far, we had the COVID drop going into the end of 2019, 2020. And that was the break of that support that was built from those years. Then from that, we get a bullish push from that COVID breakout. And we get a lot of bullishness, which is also strength in the dollar. Is that right? Yeah. Hold up. I'm trying to make sure. It is the dollar. Let me see. Make
Yeah,
this
man,
simple.
because you have,
Let me make
I
it
have
simple.
no clue. I'll be like,
All right, bams. Yeah. So yeah, we had strength in the dollar. So around that time.
okay.
Yeah. So this run up is, well, that run up actually consists of this run up from May, the beginning of 2021 is basically the sell off of here. So, okay. So this is where the dollar was weak. The dollar was weak during the rebuild after COVID. So that's basically what that was saying. That push higher was a weak dollar. We didn't break past this resistance to really confirm on a monthly level that we were in like a bullish trend from the larger scale. Thus far, stating that the dollar is even more weaker. So that's something to note. So after that, we had strength in the dollar. You know, the stock market was doing good. Crypto started on this brink of coming back around from like 16K. And now we are where we are now. And so we had that sell-off from really primarily starting the beginning of 2021, just like when the dollar was starting to turn up and have strength. So we had the sell-off. And once again, that sell-off broke past this strong support that we broke in COVID. It held up here. Then we had a break pass again, and it retested that same level. So we zoom back out, this same level here. Market can retested that level. And right now, the low pretty much settled at that recent low that was created in the end of 2022. And starting the year from last year, we had another sell-off similar to 2021, not as strong of a sell-off. And right now we kind of still playing a slightly consolidation from a larger scale. If we look at it, the market hadn't really done nothing per se. Like I said, that would show with this bullish engulfing coming from support, which is strong. And then we have the new year starting January 2024 with a bearish engulfing, similar to what we see in June 2021 and also February 2023. So, and then if I go back, we have another one here, February 2018, when the market was doing great. Dollar was strong. Market was selling off. So yeah, so that basically is kind of like the outlook of the monthly. If we want to take a step back on where we are, we're not really changing much right now. We kind of still within this range of 2023. This whole last year's range, we kind of still within that. So potentially, being that we have this bearish engulfing, it is potentially that we could see more sales that could test these lows, this double bottom down here. And potentially, if we break past that, we can possibly see some trading in this wick area down here from COVID. But right now, we just have to monitor that, and also keep in touch. Keep notice that we are 4 days away from this monthly candle closing. So, will it be a wick rejection, like a pin bar type situation, or will this week sell off and we continue with this bearish trend and also this bearish engulfing? So that's one thing we keep in mind about this week. If we see some strong sales, we know why, and that just be that bearish continuation. So let's look at the weekly and see what the kind of more in depth what February did, coming from the. So this is last year. Oh, well, this is 2021, which is the recovery of coming out of. Was that no? It's not tripping. Yeah. So if we look back, that's the drop from COVID right here. The market pushed higher because we were in. Yeah. Market push higher. We sell off. So it's crazy that, and that's all due to interest rates. But when you see the Australian dollar, and it's not crazy. It's just because the Australian dollar is the actual the symbol in the pair. That's the what they call it, not the strike, the quote price. Basically, you seeing what's getting quoted is no, that's the quote price. This is the actual dollar that we're getting, or that we're, what you call that? Not transitioning, but it's like the exchange price, and it's the quote price. So yeah, that's the exchange, and that's the quote. So that's what we see in quotes on this side is the US dollar. So when we do have a strength in the US dollar, we'll tend to see this market sell off. And it's just funny to see that, because during COVID, you see the big sell off. You think everything is bad, but that's actually when the market was seeing strength in the US dollar. And as you can see, to prove it, is when you see the sell off from January 2021, the sell off of US Australian dollar, we go to the DXY, which is a dollar, and that's when we see the run up strength in the dollar. Dollar showing much strength as we sell off. So the complete opposite is true. So when we sell off here, that's strength in the dollar. When we sell off here, that's strength in the dollar. This push higher from March 2020 all the way to, like I said, March 2021. We look at the dollar, March 20 to March 2021, you see the dollar starting to sell off, showing signs of weakness. So just to clarify that. But back to the Australian dollar, we did get the sell-off here from COVID. The market pushed higher. And same scenario as on the monthly. We see starting to sell off. We start to see a range pretty much from the start of last year. And that was pretty much that last little double top that we have yet to test yet. But nonetheless, all of 2023, that's basically the price action right there, this whole little range. And the start of 2024, we're still within that range. So nothing has been broken as far as range-wise. But overall, we still going with the trend, the bearish trend. Like I said, we still have signs of bearish engulfings on the weekly. This is not a color change setup, but we still have a bearish engulfing here. Got one here. We have one here this is June 2019. No, trigger. June 2023.
Another one, January 2023. It's another one, August 2022. June 2022. November 2021. Not to say that we don't have bullish engulfings, but just to go along with the trend, we do see a continuation of some powerful bearish engulfings, meaning that they resulted in a resistance break. I mean, a support break. We have double bottoms on here showing strong signs of support on the weekly, and a lot of these bearish engulfings resulted in a break of that, and also retesting back to that level, resulting in bearish engulfings. Once here. Currently, the market did start off with a bearish engulfing. We did get a sell-off right now with this little level of liquidity before this push higher during December. Market is kind of settling off. We start to see some signs of bullishness with these green candles, but they're weak candles, they're weak bodied. So this week we really have to show a strong push for us to see that, okay, maybe this could be a turning point. But until that happens, still going with the weekly. I think everything is going bearish still to this day. So we zoom in on the daily. Let's see.
What's that line that you have marked up right there? What's that from?
No, there's no lines on here.
That red dotted line?
That's the price line. That's the current price.
Heard that.
Yeah. Let me see. Yeah, so daily, still got the sell-off we were looking at on the weekly and the monthly, but not getting no strong engulfing, nothing like that, nothing significant that we look for. But still a sell-off, and more so just a sell-off from the strong resistance up here. Came up to that level, obviously, couldn't break through, sold off, clean traffic to the left. We settled here, like I said, at this liquidity level of support. Settled there, built more levels of liquidity up, and right now we broke past that, and the market is still within that range. And we had pretty much a strong week of just this weak ass. It's my first time really looking at the daily like this, looking at all these weak ass bullish candles. Yeah, I see this. Yeah, it was. It's showing signs right there. It's different than this. Like this is crazy too, but at least you got the bottom.
You got some sort of top and bottoms of that consolidation.
This is kind of still going bullish, but not strong. And if you look at the dailies, like this all indecision. I don't know if I'm gonna go up or down.
Yep.
I don't know, all indecision. And
I hope people had 1 to 2 trades a day type shit. Because if not, well, you could be. That looked like a. If you one of them impulsive and trying to get everything and trying to get it back what you lost, and boy, it could have been a rough one. But
one thing I do notice though is that even though we did get a lot of indecision, if you look at this type of structure, this is kind of indecision, but most of all these candles close near the bottom half of their range. So that kind of led to believe that out of the bulls and the bears were stronger, which would lead to the continuation sale.
I see that like the weight is being dropped.
Yes, this scenario is indecision, but we still get strong, or not strong, we still get a confirmation of the bulls closing positive.
I got you.
So,
I like that. Yeah, I like that.
Let's just see how that plays out throughout the week to see if we get, like I said, based on the weekly, I would need to see a strong bullish candle, like for us to be like, okay, maybe we turning up, maybe we about to attack this high and maybe this high, and eventually maybe come to this level. Otherwise, this would be a nice scenario to give us a bearish engulfing to go with this and to continue to attack these lows here. But the daily is you know, it could lead people to be tricked into believing that this bullish continuation may happen. But one, I wouldn't jump into nothing too soon. I would let the market pull it back maybe to these levels down here, like 65.28, 65.30. Maybe look to add buys. But I do see a slight chance where the market could come this low. And I might have this drawn up. Yeah, right here. I do see them. I do see it where it could come this low, at least to halfway of this area, which is 64.09, 64.10. So I'm going to just say 64 flat. That's a good scenario maybe to finish the month. But if we look at the daily for the whole month of February, it wasn't really that strong. Because February is starting here. February 1st started here. Basically what it did was swept double bottom here, liquidity here for the end of January, that last little support structured area. Then we pushed higher, couldn't close higher because all this was getting rejected. Then we had a strong bearish close, continued lowered here, consolidated once more. Had a strong bearish close middle of February. Could have continued for the bearish continuation, but it didn't. I guess one could say you could look left and see this structured area, but also the low of these areas got swept. I was wanting to see this candle get filled more and the market to come at least down to what I was saying, the 64 flat area. So we still, that's why I feel like we still have more range, but nonetheless, that's what I'm reading. We didn't get that strong bear. Like I said, we could have had the strong bearish continuation here, but the market consolidated. One more leg down, and then we push right back into the levels of February 1st. So right where we started in February, we back here. So February didn't do much. You know, it's really. So this week really won't say much because, I mean, unless if we get all the way down here, okay, yeah, we were bearish. But from a monthly standpoint or a weekly standpoint, we still were kind of consolidating. So like I said, if we close down here, even in the weekly, that's looked like what the weekly can close. Lower down there. What's up, Scoob? So we got structurally, as far as body wise, I can see the weekly closing out here bearish. Maybe not so down here because it had all month to do some big body weekly candles, which it failed to do. So I could give it that bearish engulfing, but I don't think it's gonna come this low, 64.42, as far as what the daily looks like, which is crazy. On a weekly, 64.42, is that the low? Yeah. On a weekly, it don't look like it could come down here, but the daily, it look like it can. That makes sense to you?
Yes.
Like you see that, like on the weekly?
Yes.
If I look at the weekly, I'm expecting maybe the weekly probably could close here, give us a bearish engulfing, but I don't see the weekly being at this the end of the month. That's the only reason I'm saying is closing all the way down here.
But you can see the chances of an engulfing.
I can see the chance of engulfing, but not.
Yeah, I agree.
But on a daily, if we get volume like this candle right here or this candle,
I mean, even the last engulfing that we had. Yes, look at
yeah,
that one right there. Like, you
yeah.
think you don't want to touch that again?
On a daily, I can see that. I can
Yeah.
see us giving like a daily here, and a daily here, but it just look weird because like if I draw that up, what's that? That's this green line right here.
Okay.
That's the same thing on the weekly. It just look weird. It look like it can't go that far on the weekly.
I got you.
It's just I don't know why, but it look weird. um, but yeah. So I guess overall, that's what we're waiting on to see what the end of the month is gonna look like. See how we're gonna play out. Now, what I was speaking on in the 4 hour, and mind you, I'm still holding buys from last week testers. Like I said, I got in the buy here after the market came back down and tested and had a TP here, and it probably looked better on the 1 hour.
That's crazy because I'm opposite. I'm actually in sales like around 65,
Yeah, both.
65, 60 or whatever.
And that's okay for this time. Like when it's
Yeah.
consolidating like this,
Yeah. Just
everybody
playing.
can see something different.
Yep.
If you got in at a high point, you can see
That's
the
what
reason for sale.
consolidation is.
Yeah, you can see the reason for sales. And if if you're looking at consolidation, you can see the reason for buys. You
Yeah.
know, um, yeah. Mostly, my reasoning for buys was looking at the big picture, and you can see it even on the 1 hour. I saw this structured level right here of like strong support, and then I saw the market break through that, came back to that level, but didn't have no continuation. So that was step one. Okay. Step two, these highs up here, I saw the market break past that. It struggled here, had a retest, broke past it. That's when we started to retest. And that's when I started to look at buys different. Because when I saw this fill this gap in and then start to push higher, I was testing this little covey right here. I wasn't sure if it was gonna break these highs. Initially it did, but I was at least testing the easy area. Like, okay, this TP1, which it did hit. Well, as you can see, if you was adding to like what I was doing, that's why I'm in drawdown right now. I was adding, expecting it to continue higher, but we broke right back down into that, tested this low again, didn't continue lower. And if you look at it from this level, you could see the bullish structure. Even though we just broke down from the monthly, weekly, and daily, we kind of still bearish, but I'm just looking at it from an early potentially flip that we could flip, bullish. The only thing is, it's the end of the month, so we could continue with this consolidation pattern and just kind of stay in here until March comes around and we get, NFP and CPI and all that stuff for the new month that could take us to new levels. But that's the reason why I got in the buys. But overall, I saw sales too, because
I like that. I actually see especially how you kind of scale back and look at it on the 1 hour. Let me ask you, when do you look at the higher time frame? Because it's like what I do is when I look at my screen, I'll pull up whatever time frame, let's say the 1 hour, and I don't really move the screen at all. Like, I don't move to the left or shrink it or anything. I just go to the next time frame up. I go to the 4 hour and I'll look at it. But now I can it looks better, and I guess it's definitely because I don't use TradingView that much.
yeah,
I'm only on my Oanda charts, but
I like looking at it because if I look at the daily, like if we look at it right now, this is showing us pretty much the year. It's like January 14th to now, so this is showing us somewhat the whole year, what the year did. So if I go to the daily, that's basically
But yeah, it's basically this what I was looking at. The only thing is like the daily wouldn't show me how I broke all that down on why I got into buys.
Mm-hmm.
The daily wouldn't show me that. I wouldn't be like, especially with all these indecision candles, I wouldn't be able to get into buys.
Yeah.
But the same structure, this hold down, then we get kind of structure right here, and then we break through, then we come back up, testing with destruction, then we break through, and then we come back up and break these highs. Like I see that same move on an hourly when I shrink the time when I do this. That's why I'll glance at the daily, but I don't look at the larger time frames for maybe a minute, 30 seconds, 60 seconds.
Okay.
I don't really need to look at the larger time frames that long. I like to do more of my eyeballing and spending my time because, like, as far as for entries, you know, especially when I'm catching entries in the morning, I zoom all the way down to the 5 minute, even though all my analysis and bias is on the 1 hour, 4 hour, and daily. I zoom in with that mind frame on the 5 minute, looking for like a crazy pullback. Like if I'm looking for buys, I'm looking for something on the 5 minute that would make somebody get into sales. That's what I'll be looking at because I know on the higher time frame everything is bullish, and
Yes.
any pullback is just, you know,
Entries.
it's interest and it's enticing, you know, retail traders like us to get into sales. So when you see a big stupid candle on a 5 minute, 15 minute, and it's selling off like crazy, I'm about to catch buys because I know in the larger time frame it's just like look at like this. Like I said, that buy I got when all this selling off was doing, especially when it broke this structure, I know everybody was expecting it to go down. And even when you get this bullish engulfing here, when the market was selling off right here, and we broke this low, everybody was expecting it to go continue lower. And also,
Yeah.
when you get this bearish engulfing, people was expecting to go lower. And then look at this candle. This candle came all the way down.
That's
Look,
crazy.
buku people probably
That's
selling.
crazy.
So yeah, so I was buying that because I knew that on the larger time frame, it looked better on the 4 hour. The reason why I bought that is
It was
because
coming from.
yeah, I saw this structure broke. And as soon as we came back to this level, this support, we didn't continue lower. And not only did we continue lower, that led to it tried to break right here, but we start to sell off. So everybody's like, oh, we selling, we selling. Nope. Bam. Buys broke through that. And the same scenario I was looking for right here, market broke, retest, sell off. I got it here. Market broke, retest, continue higher. That's why I took them buys.
All right.
Yeah. And that's why I'm targeting this level and this level. But like I said, it's a new week. That same, and then not only that, we have a lot of liquidity because they look at this, grab your trend line, like shit like this. That's like liquidity. So the market could trade all the way down here, and that still goes in line with what I said. Let me see if I look at the daily. Yeah, we could easily engulf that and come down here. So all these little legs, that's like liquidity, and the market can trade all the way down. Even though we could be still bullish, the market could still go down and giving proof to all the sales that you might have in, like, yeah, it's valid with that in mind.
Yeah.
How long will we go down? We don't know because we have multiple opportunities to continue lower. We could have continued lower here. Retest, we could have continued lower here, but we didn't. So I feel like, if anything, the market may have did what it's supposed to do by filling in this gap right here. We did it here. So the market may have, done what it came to do, but we won't know that until, for this last week to play out and see what March is going to do. Will we get a continuation for March are, are continuation bearish and just start selling off.
Right.
Because February didn't do much, but when you look at the small time frame, it kind of did a lot. It broke. Looking at structurally, it broke
I
a
was about
lot.
to say, yeah,
It
that's true.
didn't do a lot range wise on a higher time frame, but when you look at structure, it did a lot. It broke like this is strong resistance, this strong support. It broke that all in 1 month. So I look at that like, okay, it did something, but on a larger scale, we're still in consolidation. Yeah, when you zoom out, what did we really do? You feel me? Like, look at all this, all this.
Right.
Yeah. Guess we could see what
That's
the
the
hell we
4
got.
hour. Okay.
Yeah, that's the 4 hour. Let's look at the
So yeah, do we take a look at the news?
news. Mhm.
Yeah, man.
Let's see. Monday. We got morning news, new home sales, yada yada yada. Previous 8%. Damn, hold up. Wow, is that right? Previous 8%, consensus is 0.9.
Damn, that is a huge difference.
Like a mother. And then I'm looking at 664 million to 68, or point, what, 0.668,
Point.
0.68. Yeah, that's crazy. But this is month over month, and it's January. So that's basically saying that
Ain't nothing popped
ain't
off,
nothing popped off in the beginning of the year. Yeah, that's exactly what they're saying.
which makes sense.
Yeah, that does make sense. Okay.
The beginning of the year is tax time.
Right. This number would be higher
Later in the year when
at the
people
end of the year.
deploying. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that made a little bit more sense. All right. I was about to say, what?
Oh, that's what's up. Yeah, I like that, man. I'm learning a lot tonight. They said.
Nah, that just shocked me. I was like, man, that's a typo. But nah, that's real. Okay. But that's going to be a good news release if the actual shows way off from the consensus. That's going to be a good trade. So we're going to see what Monday shows.
And that's tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock? Okay.
Yeah. We'll see what that might be some volume. We don't really trick this, but Japan got the inflation rate coming out. They sitting at 2.6, looking to drop down to 2.1. Tuesday, USD news, 7:30 in the morning, I believe. I think this is Eastern time. We got durable goods, month over month, excluding transportation and excluding defense. Monthly CPI indicator for Australian dollar that night. So there should be a nice volume day on Tuesday. Wednesday, we have a goods trades balance and GDP growth rate. And might add a little volume on Wednesday. See how that looks. Also that night, retail sales coming in for Australian dollar. So we in there for that. Let's see. Look like they had good retail sales in January. They're expecting it to go up. and that's for Australia. Thursday, the usual jobless claims, continuous jobless claims. We got personal income, personal spending, core PCE, and year over year, month over month for that. And then later on that evening for Thursday, we got judo, bank manufacturing, PMI. So basically, we're just looking at how the money is flowing, how we spending our money, what's the income levels,
Man, I forgot that
price indexes.
this is a leap year. We actually have 29 days in February this year.
Yes, we do, and that falls right on Thursday.
That's crazy.
And then Friday, there we go. The first of the month, no NFP.
Yep.
Or, no NFP. So it's going to be
Oh,
next
that's
week.
good. That's really good.
Yeah, it's going to be next week. So, but we do have a S&P Global Manufacturing on Friday and Michigan Consumer Sentiment. So we got news every day, bro. It's gonna be a nice week, being that the month is about to close. So we go back to the charts and we look at the weekly. We got news every day of the week. So this could be a either way. You could look at the weekly and look at this bearish engulfing to start off the year, and then another one that could pop off going into the new month. But then if you look at the daily, we got like this nice little structured bullish situation going on. Could lead into a bearish engulfing on the daily, a sell off, but all this continuation could continue. We go high. But we got enough volume this week to either or. Now let's say if we get both scenarios, what would that look like? Let's go back to the weekly. What if we sweep higher, sweep this liquidity and all this resistance up here, and then still sell off? I don't know if that's gonna happen. We ain't got no NFP this week, but I don't see that happening.
Yeah, I don't like that scenario.
Yeah, I don't see that happening. It's gonna be an either or situation. We either go trade higher, we go get a nice bearish engulfing and continue lower. Yeah. But yeah, like I was last week, I've been testing out some crypto trades.
Oh yeah.
Just some light, just because I was kind of like I was bored. I was putting light money on it, but just to see how it moves.
Which like different cryptos or just like trading Bitcoin?
Actually, it was different ones. It was primarily XRP and Solana.
Okay.
Yeah, just going long. Like I wasn't really shorting them, but
That's like
what'd you say?
I was about to say that's really smart this year. Like I would say if you find any of those altcoins or something like that
Yeah,
and put a trade on them, almost like a yearly
yeah.
trade, and just hold it. And yeah, by November, Christmas time, yeah, you'll have a nice present for yourself.
No, in fact.
The returns that crypto in every market, I think is going to give this year, especially, the history. We all know the history of the stock market and the presidential election years
Mm-hmm.
and what that does. So,
Big facts.
yeah, I need to do that, man. I'm gonna find one, see how much I can do it on. So, what did he use?
As far as what?
Platform.
Oh, that KOT,
Okay.
KOTFX. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
Just
think I need to go do a little bit more on Kraken to do a trade like that.
well, you could do like spot type trades on for crypto on Kraken, can't you?
Yeah, but I know what some of them, as far as like the type of leverage and whatnot I'm
Oh,
trying to use is going to be just a limit, that you have to put down. You can't just do $10 or something. You may
gotcha.
can, but there are limits.
Gotcha. Yeah.
But no, that's what's up, man. Yeah, what is the leverage like that you can get from that using KLT?
Oh, it's crazy.
Okay.
I think it's like damn. I
Like
want to say
500 to 1.
yeah. I want to say I think it's 500 on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 500. What's
It
poppin',
is.
man?
What's poppin', brother?
Cool.
Yeah, it's 500 to 1. Cause I've been doing like I said, like 10 cents stuff you could do on Oanda, nothing crazy. 10 cents a pip type stuff. Just like testing the
Yeah.
waters, seeing how it moves. Which it does, and I was crazy. Over the weekend, I was looking at my account. I was like, damn, that bitch still moving. And I realized I had them crypto trades on. The market don't close.
Yep.
So I was like, oh yeah, I forgot. The market don't close on crypto. But yeah, I had let's see, I had XRP, and this straight from Kraken charts, but yeah, I was going long on them. Kind of like the same scenario. I saw the market sweep here, but I didn't get that break higher though. So that's one thing that I didn't wait for. I was just being, like I said, I was testing the waters. I would
Yeah.
I would wait for the market at least break above here to give me some further.
Ripple been going through it, man.
Yeah, man.
They've been going through it. It's like I like it and whatnot, but it's like, yeah, as far as like I think the community tried as much as they could to give it that last push, but they go
Anything
slowly.
anything else happened lately?
I mean,
You guys, did you see that link? Y'all got to check that link out there. I put in a group about Ripple.
okay, yeah, I'll
Yeah,
check
because
it out.
that kind of showed more. I went on their website just to see what the hell they doing, and they got they ain't dead. Put it like that. I think a lot of that news is trying to steer people away from Ripple type shit. They're like they don't want everybody to get the bag.
That's
I think
true.
I think
Yeah,
Ripple could be the same play that Dogecoin and Shiba could be, but they don't want everybody to catch on to that shit. So they just throwing negative news out.
scaring people.
Yep.
I mean, that's still like my majority. Uh, my crypto portfolio.
Gotcha.
That and bet.
Yeah, that bet. Basic attention. Ain't nobody talking about that, boy. If you hit off that,
That's the one I do. I trade that one. I'll put a buy and hold on that for the year.
let me pull it up. Let me see what it look like on the charts. I haven't looked at that. Let's see. Basic attention. Coinbase. Hmm. Let's see. Not looking too bad. They done built up a whole lot of support down here. And it ain't been back since. What's
That's
the
one of my
highest it went?
that's one of my sleepers.
$1.90. That's the highest it went.
They talk about that one getting to like $30 or something at like 2025. 26.
That's crazy. I mean, but at the end of the day, I think stuff like this that has a real use case potentially, even though there's a lot of what basic attention coin does, which I kind of forgot, but I know they you know, it's other people that's in competition with them. But
Oh yeah.
if but yeah, if they catch on and get some kind of big country or industry or corporation to start using. Because I think the last thing I seen Ripple was they signed some big deal with like Saudi or something to use for payment exchange.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I like I said, they not sleep. That's for damn sure. They still pushing forward. But yeah, that's what it needed. I mean, you know, Bitcoin start pushing higher. That's gonna take the whole market up for the most part. But other than that, if they start to get some real use cases and good promo in the news and all that shit, then that'll turn the market up too. But the charts look good though. I ain't gonna cap. It's like be a great area to be buying from.
Come on. Yep.
I wish they would show more history. That's one thing I like about what you call.
Because that's when it started, or
Hell no, I don't think this started in
21. Oh yeah.
yeah. We was talking about basic attention in 2018, I think. 2019.
What about as far as like when? Well, no, TradingView been going on for a long time.
Yeah, I think that's when TradingView just started to get the data for this. They
Okay,
just started
that's
around
what.
that
Yeah,
time.
it's the only thing that
Yeah.
would make some sort of sense.
Yeah, because if you look
They
at
holding
Bitcoin,
back. Oh no.
look, they started Bitcoin 2017. You already know that's cap. So it just don't show everything. And it could be because I'm on a free chart on the cool.
Yeah, that's facts.
It could be on a, if I had a paid account, it'd probably show everything. But yeah, man. That's pretty much where we at with it. So I guess we'll just overall, like we normally do, just kind of keep everybody updating the Telegram, see how we go, you know, see how we move through the week. Put our ideas in the Telegram. You heard me?
That's it, man.
But yeah, man, we're gonna wrap it up, brother. Y'all be good. Like I said, we're gonna keep in touch on Telegram, see what everybody doing, what the week look like.
Let's get it this week, man. We have a
Nah,
lot of
for real.
opportunities. Let's get it.
Nah, facts. All right, man. I'm gonna holler at y'all about it later.
All right, man.
All right, peace.
Peace.